numbers. Okay, I have. For those who haven't been paying attention to last message, where should we throw the number into?
Well, you don't deserve it. It's in the events channel, hashtag Guild War Gauntling viewers.
Alright, okay.
Go ahead, Fabius, sorry. Let's get the game.
Yes! So we are in a game, we have a pretty simple setup right now. The junglers go to their jungle to do the first buffs. We have Clout on the left side now, and we have Guild 22 on the right side here right now. Clout is playing a little bit with Guild 22 right now because they are playing with a 2-lane right now to play a little bit with them, but I think the Lee Sin is moving to the red buff now. The Clout 22 Lee Sin is playing the blue buff first, and the Clout team is going for the red buff first. It could be the same like last round. The first minute is only a little bit of farming phase for both teams like last round, but I think we will see the first engagement on the top lane actually. Both Jacks go for each other, and actually Cloud changed something. They don't play with Darius this time, they will play with a Jax this time.
Oh right, there are some changes. Almost forgot about Darius.
Yeah, they put out the Darius and locked on the Jax there. I don't know why, because Darius was a very good pick there, but if they want to try this, let them try.
Oh, and they actually changed their mid lane. They used to have like Cyrus.
Yeah, they had a the Cloud had a Silas before, but they changed it to a 6 there.
Right. Oh, they didn't change it to 6. They changed it to a Jax.
No, Jax was there before, and Lee Sin too.
there?
Jax was on the top lane before. I think so. But we had the first engagement on the mid lane from Guild 22 against the Cartus on the mid lane. But Cloud is trying to get the Lee Sin in the mid jungle already. That looks very good, and there was a lot of damage. The Lulu von Cloud did got a lot of damage on the bot lane right there. Okay, there was a little lag. But I think they play a little bit more defense now, because I think Cloud will want to play it a little bit more secure than last time, where they all play a little bit more aggressive. And there's a lot of engagement between the two Jacks on the top lane and on the bot lane too. But there comes the Lee Sin from the jungle, but sadly no frag there. So the Jax is teleporting to the top, and there was the first frag from Guild 22 on the bot lane against Clout. And I think Guild 22 is playing that a little bit more aggressive than the last round, because last round they were a little bit more defense than Clout, and it didn't help. So they think they thought about maybe we would play more aggressive right now.
Alright, so I just got back after answering some questions.
And
which side is Cloud?
Cloud is on the left side and Guild 22 is on the right. And Cloud got the first frag on the top lane. That was a very good fight up there.
Game is starting really even though.
It is very even right now. They have an even amount of money, they have an even amount of farm there, so it will be very even right off the start. Not like the last time, but the bot lane is getting very aggressive right now with the Ziggs that move from the mid lane to the bot lane. And there are a lot of pings, and I think the Ziggs will get died there. Oh, that was a lot of damage going out there, but sadly no frag there. But the Clout, the Guild 22 is still staying on the bot side with 4 people, and that is far too much for Clout here. But I think Guild 22 is overstaying that a little bit too much. They should pick the advantage right now. Maybe push out a plate from the bot tower and then go back to buy a little bit of stuff to get more ahead against Clout. And I think that is actually the way that they're doing it right now. Oh, they get a little bit too greedy. They want this Cork Mount on bot lane, but he teleports back and will be able to survive that. The Jax on the top lane do a very different build right now. The Clout Jax is going for an Infinity Edge, and I don't know on what item the Guild 22 Jax will go, but it looks not quite that similar than the last round. For the chat, again, on the left side is Clout and on the right side is Guild 22.
How does blue? I mean, that might be easier for them.
Yeah, blue is Clout and red is Guild 22. I think it is a quite of an interesting match, more interesting match than before, because the last round they were a little bit too fast and there were a very hard fights right early on, and now it's a little bit more slower. They want to play. Cloud will want to play it a little bit slower, so they don't overdo something and die like something they wouldn't die to. The Lulu from Guild 22 is moving to the bot lane now. He tried to help on the mid lane. And moving down now with the Ziggs. The Ziggs is moving too, and Cloud is overstaying that they have to retreat now or they will be dead if the Ziggs moves further down. Oh, there's the top lane. Lee Sin is will try to gank there if the Jax from Cloud go in there, and he does that. But the Lee Sin misses his kick, and the Guild 22 Jax is down, and the Lee Sin will fall too. That is a huge advantage on the top lane right there, with 2 kills, with 3 kills that they have on the top lane right there. So Cloud is in the lead again.
One little thing could turn the table. That's what I like about League.
What? I didn't hear you right, sorry.
I mean, one little thing could turn the table. That's what's interesting about League.
Yeah, if you do one misclick or one misplay, it will turn the table hard. Oh, the Cardos does like something like that and trying to farm the enemy jungle, and it costs the life of him and his teammate, but they got 1 frag out of there, and the Jax is still there too. But I think the Guild 22 Jax is retrieving now, so he can fight him again. That's it what the Cloud Jax should do too. But he's still staying on the top lane, which is very good. The Drake is up in 30 seconds, so it could be a fight in the Dragon's Pit in 40 seconds or something. Oh, there's a little fight going on again. Both had red and blue buff. And the Guild 22 Jax doesn't care that there's a lot of trouble on the Dragon Pit right now. He still stays on the lane and doesn't care about the fight that his team is losing right now. The Lulu will die for sure there if the Kog'Maw goes for her right now. Which is not the case. The Lulu will survive that, but will the Lee Sin survive that? This is the big thing. The Clout Lee Sin goes down there.
Turns south pretty quickly, actually.
Yeah.
it was a
is
hunt.
trying everything right now what they can to secure this win for them.
It turned out okay, and he even burnt Lee Sin's flash.
I think Cloud plays a little bit too aggressive now. They get up the speed of their play style a little bit because they want to get through that fast to get this win faster. But I think they should play a little bit more safe. The bot lane is a little bit ahead of the Cloud bot lane. If the level difficulty is even if the level difficulty is not that high, but it's still high enough. And the Cloud Drake is still up. Cloud will save this, the Cloud Drake for them. And there will be a little bit of fight right there on the Dragon's Pit, but they are retreating right now. The top lane is very aggressive. Both Jacks are very aggressive on the bot lane right now.
There was no fight at the Dragon Pit at all. Like, they just took it and walked away. But how is that, though? They had
I
visions
felt like
and
there
everything.
would break out a fight or something with 4 people, but they just Guild 22 just took it right. Yeah, they take the Drake and we're leaving. But there is a fight over the blue buff, and the two Lee Sins walk away, and Cloud steal the blue buff from Guild 22. Cloud is trying to punish the enemy jungler very hard and very often as they can. And that's a huge thing. If the enemy jungler isn't in the game, you have a very good advantage over the enemy team, because one of the best roles, one of the most reliable roles in the game in League of Legends is the ADC and the jungle.
Exactly. What about mid lane, though? I always thought mid lane was useful.
The mid lane can, if you have a good champion like someone like Fizz, that is definitely meta and can do a lot of damage at once, you are pretty useful. But if you are pretty far out of the game, because the mid lane and the top lane are solo lanes where you just have to farm solo, and if you can't farm, you are out of the game instantly. And that's what's happened to the top lane Jax from Guild 22 there. He is nearly out of the game because he's 2 kills in, but got 3 kills in his kill count there. And the Chaos killed the Guild 22 Lee Sin there with his ult. That is a huge thing. Cloud will be able to push the top lane even further to secure maybe a plate or 2 there. Oh, the Lee Sin overstays that and will die to the Ziggs because he ran into his bomb. And the bot lane is a huge fight too. The Kog'Maw tries to get the Lulu and he gets her and the Kog'Maw too. That is a huge thing.
That was some indecisive passive from Kog'Maw.
Yeah. Oh, both Jacks, I don't know why, but both Jacks play that very aggressive there, and the Lulu is staying on the top lane to support the Jacks to get the kills even further, because the Cloud Kog'Maw don't need help on the bot lane right now. And there's a fight again, but Lulu stays there and she should run because there comes the Lee Sin and she is too squishy, but the Jax defended her very good there. And there comes the other Lee Sin from Clout, and he will take the kill against... No, he will not! He dies because there were a 1v3. So,
I think it was the second time, right, that this happened.
Yeah. It happens very often if the players are too focused on one person. They don't even realize that they are in a 1v3. It happens to me often when I play ADC, and I see many people that happens to have the same thing.
It's always between those two Lee Sins though. Whenever the red team Lee Sins like gets low, the blue team Lee Sins would just follow with a flash. Like it's second time. I bet the flash just got off the blue down.
Oh, and Guild 22 got the mid tower there because of the Herald. So they are a little bit more in the lead now because Cloud don't have a tower yet. Oh, they have a tower, they got the mid tower. But the Lee Sin is far too aggressive there and dies against the 1v3 again. I think Cloud should overthink the what they are doing right now. The Karthus tries everything to hold the match together right now, but he can only try that long. Oh, and Cloud got the second turret on the bot lane. The dragon comes up, so Cloud should retreat and try to think about what they're doing next. Oh, will there be a fight? Yeah, there will be a little bit of fight, but I don't think that will be a big fight up there on the top lane.
That was funny. There's two
and
jacks.
Cloud tries to get the drag here, but I think the drag will go to Guild 22 there. The jungler is there and he smites, and there's the drag for Guild 22. It looks pretty even right now, I have to say that. The bot lane is a little bit feeded because of the early game they had. The Lulu got a kill, the Kog'Maw got a kill, so they have the same amount of kills than the Guild 22 bot lane, but they have more money in their bank than Guild 22 have.
$3,000 in 18 minutes in the game. Is that a lot?
It is actually, yeah. You could do a little bit more. That would be, if you are higher elo, there will be a lot more money because there will be not that many fights. There's more farming in high elo. And that's why there will be a lot of more money because the minions, if you see it like if you push a wave of minions, you get more money than if you kill one champion.
Right. That's true.
So normally in the pro elo there would be much more farming there. The junglers will gank from now or then, but they will not gank that often because the lanes will be able to hold their lanes on their own.
Right, but I think I read it somewhere where people have kind of a benchmark. By 20 minutes, if you could have like 220 CS, you're basically at the top tier level. Is that true? Yeah,
it is. We just have to look at the Karthus right there from Cloud. The Karthus have 220 CS right now, and that's huge.
That's pretty much like that's the top tier level, right?
Yeah, at least.
That is impressive. I can't imagine.
Even if I play ADC or something, at minute 20 I had it sometimes when I have a bad day. I have like 80 CS at that point. But if I have a good day, I have like 150 to 200 CS right now.
Okay, so wow, that's really kind of. I mean, 226 times what? $20 per CS. That's a whole lot of money.
Yes.
Plus all the kills he has.
But we have to say there is not many kills that fall until now. We are 20 minutes in, we have 9 kills on each side. So there were a little bit of fight, but not that much.
Right. Pretty much one fight per 2 minutes.
Yeah. And Guild 22 tries everything to stay against Clout right now, but they are in a disadvantage right now because they lose nearly all the towers with on the lanes right now. Clout could try to pick up the mid tower if they are free with 2 persons. They could get the mid tower easily right now. But they will go for the Baron right now. What is huge at minute 20, because normally in normal games on the EU server they will not go for the Baron at minute 20. The first Baron will be done at minute 30 or 35 or something. On the EU servers it's a little late, a little bit late if you do a Baron at like minute 40 or 50 or something. But like when I see it like that, on the Indonesia servers they all do the Baron at like minute 20 or something. I never saw that before.
Right. I mean, it's a really risky play actually when you do Baron so early, right?
Yeah, because you are very squishy. You don't have much items to fight if they break out a fight. The Lee Sin got shot into the Cloud team. And Kog'Maw killed the Lee Sin, but the Jax got the Kog'Maw too. Cloud's Lee Sin trying to stay there to maybe get a kill out of there, but the Karthus doesn't look that good right now. He's very low, but the Jax died there from Guild 22. Oh, the Kog'Maw goes very ham right now, got shut down from the Lee Sin, but he got the Lee Sin too. It's a 3v3 trade right now, but the Lulu from from Cloud died as well.
At least with a Lulu, with a Lee Sin and a 6, they can do nothing to the Baron. But I guess that's kind of like proves what we just said. It's a really risky play to start Baron though so early.
Yes. Now, Guild 22 is going for the Drake here, that they can get the Drake very early on, so that they can even out the Drakes. But there are still Karthus and Kog'Maw there that interrupts them, that they don't get the Drake there. But the Ziggs from Guild 22 comes there, so it's not even anymore. The Lee Sin and everyone trying to go to the Drake's pit, but they will not be able to secure the Drake there. So Guild 22 is backing off, so they don't get any losses there.
Both teams are playing a lot safer. I mean, Guild 22 at least. Guild 22 is playing a lot safer this game. It seems like it's safely paying off.
The Cloud did think that they overthink their playstyle right now, so they playing much slower now than they were before. Before the playstyle were a lot of faster, but they will try to go for the Baron again. We see a matchup like we saw it in the DCG match. One team focus on the Baron, so they can get more pressure on. Now the teleport back to fight. They will fight them on the mid lane, but Jax still stays there to push the lane out with the Baron buff. There will be a 4v5 match now on the mid, and the Jax will split push, and that is a very good thing.
He really insisted a lot on the Baron though.
Cloud really insists in the split pushes. We saw it last game that they were split pushing very much, and now they do that too.
But it's kind of different though. Split pushing with a Jax is a lot different than split pushing with a Karthus. Karthus, even if you're not there, at least you have your ult, right? So it's 4.5 v5 versus if you don't have your Jax, it's literally a 4v5.
Yeah, but normally if someone on low elo would play Jax right now, they would buy something like a Hullbreaker. That doesn't is in any use for a team fight, because the Hullbreaker effect only is working when you are on the solo lane and no of your mates is around you. You get more health and everything and more attack damage. Normally low elo Jax would buy the Hullbreaker now to get an easy lane there, but I didn't see any Hullbreakers in this complete tournament yet.
But what is it? Why is it so useful though? Is
The
it
Hullbreaker is very useful for the top lane, for solo pushing, for solo playing on a top lane. If you have something like a 1v2 with a Hullbreaker, you can nearly every time you can pull it off with the Hullbreaker if your teammates don't come up to you, because then the Hullbreaker effect would be useless.
Gotcha. Maybe they actually have different playstyles and different servers when it comes to.
There are. I see that a lot, that there are different playstyles on different servers.
Yeah, I mean, Guild 22, apparently they didn't really realize, like for the first game, they didn't even realize that Clout was trying to get the Baron that early. And for
Yes.
the second game, I mean, at least they realized, but they didn't realize that they are going to fight once again right after they got smashed at the Baron pit.
The dragon isn't up yet, but they will be preparing the dragon's pit right now. And they're starting a fight because Jax ran into a 1v4 there, but he gets out of there luckily. He got saved by the Lulu once again. The Lulu, the MVP here again. I think Lulu is MVP every time.
That is true.
We have to say that Lulu, in every match we saw, the Lulu was the MVP because the Lulu saved the players very often.
I think we've seen those kind of plays 2-3 times per game.
Yes.
It's either there are too many Lulus or it's either the players are too good.
Like we said earlier, Lulu is the only support that you can play in such a team comp in a free rotation right now. So that's normal that all of them will pick Lulu.
Right.
The Cloud Lulu have her life reducing item right now, which is very good against the Kog'Maw, against the Lee Sin, and against the Jax right here. So if the other ones from the team will buy something like a life reducing item, it would be very good and it would give them a huge advantage there. The Drake will be up in any second, and Cloud is preparing the Drake here, but there will be a huge team fight there, a 4v3 if Jax will not be able to get there in time. Yeah, Cloud will retreat there because they know they would lose the fight right now against 5 people. They are not very confident with the team fights right now because of the earlier team fights they had and where they lose. Karthus goes in.
Super fat.
Karthus does the first damage with his ulti so that the tanks can go in. The Lee Sin and the Jax done a lot of damage there, but there was no kill secured there.
At least they forced them away.
The Karthus tries to do a lot of damage at once, so that someone like Lee Sin and Jax can go in there. The Lee Sin would kick someone in the team, so that person is dead, and the Jax will try to do a lot of damage there, what he actually can. But
wow,
that was a good dodge there,
that was
but
good TP.
the Lulu will die there for surely. And there is another fight going on, which Cloud will lose there.
That was a really, really fast comeback.
Yes, they are in the lead right now from the kills, but not from the money and not from the towers. They only have the mid towers down, what is enough I have to say it is what I have to say. It is enough to only have the mid towers down because they can push right away, and it could be it after one more team fight, and Guild 22 could be the winner there. Lee Sin tries to ask for help on the jungle there because he can't fight a 1v5, and Guild 22 is going for the Baron here. Clout is going to try to secure the Baron for them, but I don't think they will be able to do that. There's a lot of damage going on, and the Ziggs secured the Baron for Guild 22, and two people don't have the Baron buff anymore. It was a great push from Guild 22 there. They have the inhibitor on the mid and they have the Baron there. It is a very good push from them. And I think Guild 22 is applying the they are do their playstyle much more faster to secure the win against Clout here. If it's gonna help them to win that, it's not said yet, because both teams are very equal right now, from the kills, from the money nearly, and from the towers. Oh, the Katos is nearly full build, I see that right now. And the Lee Sin is trying another build that I see not very often, I have to say that, because Lee Sin goes for Eclipse, he goes for a complete assassin build, and the Guild 22 Lee Sin is going for a little bit of tank with a lot of damage. And Ziggs is going for Rabadons right now, so what I see there. Oh, the Lee Sin from Clout is going for the Scuttle, which will not help him at all. There are far too many people, and I don't think he will be able to escape. There, the Katos tries to help him, and he actually comes away there. So Guild 22 is going to prepare the Drake right now, because the Drake is coming up soon. But they retreat. The Lee Sin, the Ziggs is retreating to get his items and to stop the push from the bot lane from Clout here. They get the inhibitor tower here, so they try to even it out, but there is a fight at the Drake pit. Lee Sin is trying to steal the Drake, but he sadly didn't get the kill from the Drake there. Jax is trying to get the Lulu, he gets her, and they're trying to get the Lee Sin from Guild 22, but he comes away. The Kog'Maw got an Guardian Angel there, which will resurrect him, but it will not help. Every time I see something like Sonya's or Guardian Angel in low elo, it will not help at all, and even on high elo it will nearly not help at all, because you will spawn right into the enemies, which means you are completely dead. That's why I don't ever buy Sonya's or a Guardian's Angel. Oh, the Clout Kog'Maw got a lot of damage out of them because of his item. The Jax is going for a kill under the tower, but he sadly can't pull that off. And it could be done now if they get both towers and the Nexus. The Guild 22 Jax is sadly down again. Clout is pulling them back into their base, into their spawn, and that's the match for Clout again. It's a 2v0. The win goes to Clout.
Congrats, Cloud.
We got a champion.
We got a champion.
We got a champion here.